Let's see if my internet blows up again.
Let me get my notes.
All right. So obviously we've lost one of our players. um, I will be playing as Doc tonight. So I will be. I'll try my best to keep you guys roped into the RP. It's just gonna be kind of weird with.
Just turn Doc into any character you want it to be.
Yeah.
um. And okay, so let's do a quick recap. Story so far. Came to Laketon. You've saved Laketon from the Hag. You guys arrived back as heroes. You found a bunch of gemstones. I don't know if you've checked your bags yet, James.
Oh, not yet.
You,
no.
Not you, James.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're in character now. We're in character now, Moki.
I had added a component pouch. I don't know if those are the ones you edited.
Yeah, I moved all your gemstones into there and
Yeah, I got a fractured ruby, small diamonds, small emeralds.
I changed their monetary values just because.
I have 2 sprigs of mistletoe. I mean, I have 3 sprigs of mistletoe.
You can use all.
Do you really need 3 of them?
No.
So one of them is my druid focus. I have one inside of the component pouch, and I have one in a backpack.
Yeah. Either way, it's all garbage.
Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the one in the backpack then.
And then you found 90 gold, right?
Yeah, but I distributed that already, 30 and 30 to Moke and Doc.
Okay. And then
Oh, yeah.
you guys were rewarded with 1,500?
I honestly don't remember, but I would think so. I'm not sure. I have 492 gold.
I might have given you whatever. Either way, you guys were given a monetary reward. Your gold amount should pretty closely match James's gold amount, Moki. So make sure you fix that in your.
Well, I'm not sure because I think he owed Doc money too.
It wasn't a lot of money.
It wasn't a lot. It was like 2 silver or something.
All right.
Or 2 silver or 2 gold. But
either
I paid
way,
him.
fine. We'll say that Moki's a little bit lower.
Well, the point is they should be around 500 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 430.
And then Jacob told you about the Black Dragon Balthazar, who's in the swamps to the east of the Duralian region.
Southeast Black Dragon, yep.
And he told you about Claire.
That he's a dragon himself.
Yeah, he's a dragon. There's
and Claire. I'm gonna go visit Claire.
Yeah, and so he gave you kind of the rundown of his backstory, and then you guys opened up the chest, looted it. You found some rain sticks.
And the journals.
The journal. Well, the journals. Yeah, which also gave.
Well, that's how. Well, I have written down the books we found were journals from the Hag, and Jacob understands what the Hag was doing by reading those journals.
Correct. And then there was also a bag inside the chest, and the RNG gods dictated that it's a bag of devouring.
Yeah. I think I have that on me.
Yeah, you have it in your inventory.
Yeah, I have it. Bag of devouring.
As a reminder, the bag of devouring, if you put your hand in it, automatically swallows you.
Yeah.
So theoretically, you could put stuff in it. It'll spit out an item every 24 hours, I believe. And it's a random item, so it's not really a bag you want to have stuff in. And then if you're in the bag for a full turn, you instantly die.
Let me read this. The extra-dimensional creature attached to the bag can sense whatever is placed inside the bag. Animals or vegetable matter placed wholly in the bag is devoured and lost forever. When a part of a living creature is placed in the bag, as happens when someone reaches inside it, there is a 50% chance that the creature is pulled inside the bag. A creature inside the bag can use its action to try to escape with a successful DC 15 strength check. Another creature can use its action to reach into the bag to pull the creature out, doing so with a successful DC 20 strength check. provided it isn't pulled inside the bag first. Any creature that starts its turn inside the bag is devoured. So it seems like I can just fucking try and run around and try to put bad guys in the bag.
Yeah. So like it's a useful bag. It's just not a bag you put stuff in. It's not a bag you put stuff you want to keep in.
Dude, it's a trash bag.
Yeah.
Literally a big old fancy trash bag. Anything you put in there, it can hold a 1 cubic foot of material.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then and then it was Chip who talked about how the baby could be a hag child. Either way, the child you brought back has a possibility of being a hag child, but you guys had no way of fully detecting it at the time.
Yeah.
And then James, you wanted to test out your new fancy crystal you got a week ago.
Not new. Yeah, it's a week old.
And yeah. So we'll start off. Everyone went to bed that night. It was kind of a day of celebration. You guys are tired from being. Everyone was super happy with you guys. Everyone buying you drinks throughout the night, or buying you food, or just giving you congratulations and thank yous.
Hey, you haven't given us that map.
Yeah, I did.
Nuh-uh.
Moki, tell him I
Not,
gave you this
not your
map.
new fancy one.
The one I have on the stream right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Forgot which one I had.
I literally got this from the Discord. Because I forgot to download it.
Where in the Discord?
Here, I'll pin it. There. If you look at it in the pins, it's there.
Oh, I got distracted by James betraying me with the KBBQ.
No, yeah, so this is the new map.
Yeah, I download it.
Yeah, this is kind of me to give you guys a better visual what this region looks like. And so you guys kind of go to bed that night. You guys are welcome to study more of your language books or coloring books.
Yeah, I forgot the system already, but I would like to learn more Celestial.
I'm gonna alter the system because there's a.
Wow.
No, so Xanathar's guide has an easier system.
No, cool.
It's literally 10 weeks minus your int modifier.
10 weeks?
Yeah.
My int is +1.
Okay, so it's 9 weeks.
So I need 8 more weeks since it's been 1 week since I started.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. So we'll say it's been a week. So you've learned 20% of the language so far. Moki, your int is -1, I believe.
Yeah.
So you've gotten somewhat better at drawing. You're getting there. You're getting there, buddy. Also, don't forget, Moki has the fancy paint.
Oh yeah. Or I can like paint a door and we can like walk through it or something.
Whatever you paint kind of materializes for you.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so everyone gets their long rest over the night. It's for a long time for Laketon. It's a peaceful night. No rain, clear skies. Just the sound. The only sound of water is the sound of the lake lapping up against the shore. Pretty much the air is no longer tense around the city. It's just now back to the way it used to be before all of this nonsense had begun. And then the first time since you guys have been there, you hear a rooster in the morning. Cock-a-doodle-doo! um, kind of letting the town know it's time to wake up if you're not awake yet. Um, you guys are welcome to do whatever you want. You can, for both of you, can hear that for the tavern is empty. Like you've never heard it this quiet before. You're able to get a great night's sleep because before it was always filled with people constantly mulling about, being nervous, and then this morning it's just last night and this morning it's been empty.
This is the first day after the celebration,
Yes.
so everybody's pooped out.
Yeah, everyone's.
I guess. I'll head down.
Someone threw a rock at the rooster to tell it to shut up.
I'll head down see if there's anything for breakfast.
Okay. As you get down there, you see Chip is behind the bar. He's been all the festivities from the night before have been cleaned up. The bar is in immaculate shape, and you can smell fish from behind, eggs, and some salted pork that's back there. You smell food, and Chip is just kind of wiping down the counter, and he sees you. He says, "Good morning, my friend. Is there anything I can get you on this fine morning?"
I'll take some scrambled eggs, some bacon if you have it.
We have salted pork. Is that okay? Pork is kind of tough to get fresh around here.
Yeah, that's fine. Not too much though.
Okay. Chip kind of goes around preparing the food and quickly serves you a plate of scrambled eggs and a slice of salted pork. Moki, are you gonna sleep in or come down?
I'll come down and wait. I ask, Chip, do you have any drinks? I'm feeling a bit thirsty.
Well, what would you like?
I forgot what I had last time. Was it like ale?
Sure.
Do you have any ale?
Let me get you a quick stout of ale. Would you like any food with it or just the ale?
Oh, ale and what type of meat do you have?
We have sturgeon from the lake, freshly caught. Well, no, it's from yesterday. The fishermen are currently out, but if you wait a little bit longer, I can get you fresh ones. But we have sturgeon that we can make for breakfast, or we have salted pork.
Oh, I'll take some salted pork.
Okay. Chip quickly goes and grabs you a stout of ale and some salted pork, brings you back a plate and a mug, and says, "Here you go, my friend." And of course, you guys, this is all on us. We can't thank you enough for what you have done for this town. And Chip kind of goes back to just. He's trying to make sure everything's presentable again. It's kind of been nice for him to have this downtime. As you guys eat your food, Jacob comes down the stairs. He also orders the same thing as you, James, and quickly eats his food. It's so weird not having fucking Doc.
You gotta channel his energy.
I know.
You gotta walk down the steps and go sheesh.
As everyone's eating, Doc comes down, and he slowly walks up to the table and says, "My good,
You can do it, Patrick. I believe in you.
what can I get for breakfast today?" And Chip kind of lays him out the same thing. I will take the eggs, and that is it. And Chip goes and brings some food. And Chip kind of pipes up and says, "Were you able to prepare your spell last night, Doc?" And as Doc is eating his food, he goes, "Yes, I was able to prepare." And he just keeps eating his food.
Did you actually prepare?
It's a spell. It's not that hard.
Well, I mean, on his character sheet.
Oh, this character sheet's gone.
Really?
No, I deactivated it, but it doesn't because the character sheet's not going with you guys. He goes, yeah. We can do it as soon as you guys as soon as we finish breakfast if we really want to. Um, and Chip kind of just looks off into space and he says, I think I might need to talk to the mother first and see. How do you guys think we should approach this situation?
Explain to me again how the baby could be a fucking hag.
So let's pretend. So Chip kind of goes over it with you. He says, so the way the hags reproduce is, they eat an infant child, and a week later they give birth to a new child, who is
But it's not the same child.
no, but
Wouldn't the mother
they look
recognize
very
the child?
they look very similar in the sense that it's hard to see a difference. It's not exactly the same, but it's close enough to a replica that you can't tell the difference. Like maybe a few things might be a little bit differently, but as a mother, you're just so happy to get your child back that you just don't notice it. I've had to deal with it. I've had to deal with this before, and it's not pleasant.
All right, I guess we'll go find the mother.
Well, Chip says, well, before we do that, I don't want to spook her just yet. I was thinking that we could say it's a health check, just to make sure the baby's healthy from spending so much time with
Do you have like a health center here where like a medic where people go to get treatment? And they have like private rooms where we can do this?
We have someone who goes we have a town healer, I guess you could say, who does more like house calls, so they come to you. Makes it a little bit easier, and then they don't have to worry about their living area being messed up. Her name is Shannon, and she's just kind of what she does. She doesn't have any true magic abilities like you or Jacob here, or even Doc. But like, she knows her herbs. She knows how to. Because for the most people, everyone just needs some time and some medicine to get better. But we can ask her to bring the child here. Well, Chip kind of thinks. How do you guys think we should do this? Because
I agree that we should make it a health check, but have the mother maybe go to the meeting, the town hall or whatever. Because I'm looking at the map and we have this meeting room up on the side.
yeah,
That's where they had Gron or Graham imprisoned. I figure we could probably get a room in there that will have some privacy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me go tell Shannon kind of what we want to do. Have her bring the mother and her child to the house, and we'll go from there. How soon would you guys like to do this? It is the morning, and I know time is not technically of the essence right now. I know you guys might need to leave soon, but we have 12 years to technically officially solve this issue. But
so above board, what was our timeline with Jacob? Because he needed to go down to see the dragon, right?
Jacob doesn't have a time. Jacob wants to go see Claire, but Jacob doesn't have a true timeline. You guys have a timeline in the sense that
You got to chase after that motherfucker.
yeah, And so it's more of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you guys stay in the town, it might become more prudent to wait for the ferry.
I say we're on a quick timeline then, because I remember we had discussed this, and it was faster for us to head down with Jacob on the cart than it was to wait for the ferry.
Yeah, yeah, it was faster. Like, if you guys like truly like messed around for like another week, then the ferry would have been faster. But yeah, okay. So Chip says, yeah, okay. Let me. You got everyone finish up your food, and I will go gather the mother. Um, uh, Chip quickly says, "Do you got? Before I leave, does anyone need any more food? Moki, any more pork or ale?
Nope, I'm
James,
good.
any more eggs?
No, but I want to let you know that I'm getting. Does the town have like an apothecary? Apothecary? I want to
Not,
grab like some glass vials, or I guess I'll ask Chip. Do you know where I can procure some glass vials?
Brandon has some for you. We don't. I'll pretend you were asking Chip the whole time. We don't have a true apothecary. Brandon does wonderful work with stockpiling our little town.
All right, then I will be with Brandon while you go find the mother and the child, and then let me know.
Okay.
And I'll ask where do I find him? By the way.
Brandon? Just go.
Yeah,
You just go head down the
uh,
street and turn right.
at the shop.
Yeah,
What's marked on the map?
yeah.
All right, I'll be at the
Moki
shop.
Moki should be able to show you the way. He was there before.
Oh, was that the shopkeeper that
Yeah.
I bought?
Your vials from your potions that you don't remember.
Oh shit!
Yes, that's
Oh
yeah.
my God.
And you guys know Brandon. Brandon's been like, he hasn't been like a prominent figure, but he's been there for all the issues that have been happening. Brandon is a um, townsperson, council member. So Chip says, yeah, you guys go, or James, you go do your shopping. Moki, you're free to join him, or you can stay here. I'll let you know the salted pork is just. He points at the edge of the counter. He says, it's in that barrel over there. Help yourself. I would ask that you show some
Moderation.
moderation, but I know you are a Goliath and you have a larger appetite than us smaller folk. But I eat as much as you want. You helped this town, and we are forever in your debt. And then Chip comes around the counter and heads off.
I I stare at the rest of the
keg?
salted pork in the keg, and I'm just super sad.
You can get some, buddy. He
No,
didn't say you can't get any.
He just asked you to,
no,
to have some
yeah.
moderation.
Just leave some for the town folk. Leave like
One.
one slice.
Are there any extra empty barrels around that I can, bring some, bring some food with me?
Carry on a big ass barrel.
You're just gonna strap a barrel to your back?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
You're a Goliath, not a giant.
I'm
I'm just imagining Moki walking around with a giant barrel everywhere.
so dumb. So to eat the rest of my salted pork, and I'll, let's head off with James, and because I know Brad. He sold me some health potions that I didn't remember that.
You just happen to find now.
That's why I was telling you, you had health potions for. You should have health potions.
I remember I used two.
You
but
used two, but you should have more.
I don't even know what
I
the rest
know,
are.
but it's, okay. So James and Moki, you guys head to the.
I'm going to the shop. I don't know if he's going with me.
I think Moki said he was gonna join.
Oh, okay. All right, lead the way, Moke.
Um. Okay, so Moki, you lead James to where you and Doc went to the shop last time. Doc is staying
Yeah.
around at the tavern. He's just gonna keep eating his eggs and salted pork. And as you guys kind of get to the door, Moki, you go to push on it and it's locked. It is still technically early in the morning, but as you guys wait, Brandon comes around the corner and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I would have customers so early. Usually people come a little bit later. My apologies. I was helping my sons get ready for work along with my daughter." He quickly runs up and he unlocks the door and he lets it in. What can I help you guys with?
And this was Graham?
No, this is
Who's
Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Graham is the old council member who sold out the town to the Hag.
And he's still imprisoned.
Yes.
And I think they were going to kill him or something. That James didn't want to be involved. Okay. Hi, Brandon. I was looking for flasks. Anything that would be able to hold, whatever acid, basically.
Okay. Do you have a particular size in mind?
I need whatever is the biggest that you have that I can carry around on a daily basis. So nothing like really big and bulbous.
Okay. So Brandon kind of looks pensively and he says, "Okay." He goes out behind the counter and he pulls out a drawer with just various sizes of glassware. He says, "Here is a." He pulls out one vial. This is about the size of a minor health potion. I
Talk
guess
to
you
me in ounces here, Brandon.
Fuck you so much. This is about the size of. Okay, mentally, it's about the size of like a round Christmas ornament.
And how many ounces would that be, Patrick?
Glass bottle ounces. I fucking hate you so much.
Why? This is a legitimate question.
Yeah, but now I gotta figure out. Okay, do you want like a rounded stopper kind of thing? Would you like a water jug with a stopper that you could tie?
Well, I definitely need a stopper, but I need to know what the biggest size is that would probably fit in like my backpack and wouldn't break.
Give me a sec.
Like we're talking Coke cans here,
Yeah, I know. Give me a second.
or
That's too. Give me a second. Let's say he has a 32-ounce glass.
that's
I
a little
have-
big, buddy.
I have a 16-ounce. I have 8, 16, 32, and a 64. Or would you like something smaller?
Are they glass or like what material are they? Because I need something that can hold acid for sure, but a 64-ounce like
That'd be heavy.
container wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, I literally have a 64-ounce container next to me in fucking real life.
No. Yeah. Because I don't think. No matter what you're getting, would you prefer
Here's-
stone?
All right, enough fucking with you. This is what I want to do. Every night, before the alchemy jug resets, I want to take one of the liquids and store it in the containers.
No, and I kind of figured that's what you're doing. I'm just trying to figure out what exact. Let's pretend. Yeah. Let's just metagame it. What are you looking for?
Containers. I want to hold acid, basic poison,
But yeah, so like it'll be glass.
oil, Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So
Oh,
the acid would
so
probably be
so the
glass.
acid needs to be glass because
Yeah, the poison I can't produce a lot of it, but so like maybe like 16 ounces would be fine for a basic poison. The acid the jug produces 8 ounces, so maybe something a little bit bigger, but I don't know
okay.
how big the glass stuff would be. I don't think you would have a 64-ounce glass fucking container.
Here, let me.
If
I
anything, you
have. How about a 16 ounce? Because that's kind of what a milk bottle is, and they could have one of those.
yeah. And then my concern would be just be not breaking it in like while we're moving or whatever.
I don't. I could get you. This is back. I could maybe get you an object to put your bottle in for protection.
Well, that'd be great.
Um, we'll also just say that. I mean, let's be completely honest. You think the little glass fucking bottles of health potion are sturdy?
I don't
I would
know.
hope so.
No, but that's what I mean. It would be the same material as that, and those things are
Little round, yeah. And
Um,
how much is those? I'm guessing like around 8 ounces.
that's what I would think. There's probably an actual measurement.
Yeah, Mr. DM, you're supposed to know these things.
I have never actually seen like a true size. They just have like it heals for this much. Yeah, they just have weights. They don't have like.
All right, so I'm gonna need 3 containers then. One for acid, one for basic poison, and then one for miscellaneous. Just anything that comes up. And the miscellaneous one, I think we could probably take like a 32 ouncer. That would probably fit fine in a backpack.
Okay, so 132 ounce, 16 ounce, and what was the others? Or was there was like that was all of it?
I'll probably take like a couple of the 8 ounces,
Okay, couple 8
like four.
ouncers. Okay,
Yeah, like 4 8 ounces, 16, a 32.
okay. Uh,
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna modify these. It's called a bottle glass or whatever.
oh, in the character sheet stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Brandon quickly gets you kind of stuff you want, and he says, "That'll be 10 gold pieces."
All right.
Uh, and then, is there anything else that I can interest you guys in?
So I have 4 8 ounces, 1 16, and 1 32. Right.
Yeah.
All right. It's marked on my sheet.
Okay. As a quick reminder, because James, your armor's already better. Moki, you're wearing no armor. But
None.
he sells potions of
It's,
healing, which is the minor health potions that Moki had purchased before.
mm,
They're 10 gold pieces each. He has a ring of swimming for 25, ring of jumping for 50, and a ring of water walking for 100.
Does he have armor and stuff like that, or just
He
like
has.
components?
You're already wearing.
Well, I'm wondering if he has a better shield. My shield is still really basic.
No, he doesn't have shields. You would have to go to Gron for that.
Oh,
The
okay.
blacksmith. And I'm not really sure if there are better shields outside of like magicals. Your AC's already 18.
But it can be higher, Patrick.
Just steal docks. Yeah, there's not the shield you have. We can give you a better one flavor wise, but stat wise, it won't. It'll be the same.
Well, that's why I wanted to go check it out too. See just what if there's any improvements that I can make. Otherwise, I think that's it.
Okay.
Maybe resupply on fucking like ink and charcoal for my maps.
Okay, we'll say 1 gold piece to restore like all of your guys' stuff. The simple paints that Moki uses,
Oh,
ink and
yeah.
charcoals that you use, like all that together, we'll just say 1 gold piece.
I'll pay for.
Okay.
I'll pay for it all.
And would you guys like any health potions, or is that kind of?
Oh, I would like to officially buy some health potions.
Buy out the stock.
I'll take
We'll
10
take
if
it
you
all.
have.
We'll take the lot.
He has 5.
Son of a bitch. I'll take it.
How many do you already have, Moke?
He doesn't.
I apparently have 0.
All right, we'll do this. And I'll take 2. You take the other 3.
Alright.
Make sure to add them to your sheet this time, please.
I did. Don't
And
worry.
these are what kind of potions?
They're basic potions of healing, like the.
Potion of healing, yeah.
I think they're 2 hit dice.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
2d4 plus 2. Yes, my journey these past couple of days, I have been getting hit all day. Right.
All right, I took 2 of them. How much was that?
potions.
It's
10 each.
yeah, 10 each, so 20 and 30.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it then.
You took 2, right? I
I took
3.
2. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at Moki's shit right now. Give me a second. I'm watching you.
Make sure he puts it in there.
No, oh shit, I need to put... There we go.
At least these are named so they're easier to place. Like the stuff I gave to James last week was a bit tougher because technically I was making them up.
Yeah, customizing it.
But yeah, and so Brandon says, okay, anything else you guys need, or is that all?
I think that's it for me.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you guys very much for your patronage, and once again, thank you so much for helping us out. You guys make your way to leave the store, and then do you still want to go to the blacksmith, James?
If Chip doesn't come find us, yeah.
You guys are right near the town hall, I believe. I need a city of the map. Or a map of the city. Shops. Yeah. So right across from the shop is the Gron's blacksmith.
So I'll be out there, and then I'll just tell Gron to keep a lookout for Chip if he sees him. Let us know.
Oh.
If anybody notices that.
Okay, you guys kind of walk up to the store, and Gron is just hammering away, and he says, "Oh, okay, I'll let you know." And Gron just keeps working away.
I just want to ask him if he can take a look at the shield if he thinks he has anything that's better.
This is a fine shield, but I guess how much are you able to lift up? Like, cause I don't want to give you a shield that's too heavy and puts you off balance. Cause I have some wooden shields like this that outline the outer edges in iron to make it a bit more sturdy for you. What
is my carrying capacity?
I don't honestly know. 159. You're over your carrying capacity. Why though? That doesn't make sense. Why is your book 25 pounds?
Wow.
That's something I saw too, and I already adjusted it.
Okay. I'm like, wait, that's kind of heavy. Oh, because you have
Why
5 of them.
Why
are these books the weight of a bunch of textbooks?
Wait, I have 5 books. I don't even remember what the fuck the books were.
You can
All I know is one of them was the fucking Celestial.
You can chuck. I think 150 is your carrying capacity. With you having Moki around, a lot of this stuff is redundant, or you could just chuck it to Moki.
Yeah.
Because Moki's, I believe, is 300 pounds.
Alright, well,
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna keep the
I
Celestial
am
book.
wrong. Moki's is 570 pounds.
Jesus Christ. Alright, Moki, can you do me a favor and carry some of these books?
Yep.
I give you 4
Ah.
books. I don't know what the fuck they are. I'm just keeping the Celestial book.
All right. Hand it over.
Okay.
What
I'm
the
gonna.
fuck? These books are heavy.
I'll add these to your sheet for you. Change.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, these are 5 pounds each. Are you kidding me? Is that all
I
you're
don't think
handing over?
that doesn't seem right to me, but whatever.
I think it's because they're like the old, big, like leather tomes. Are you gonna kick anything else off the Moki, or is that it?
No, I'm tossing a bunch of stuff like the torches. I don't really need to carry them, so Moki can carry those if he doesn't already have any.
Moki does.
Do you have torches? Yeah, then I can just
He has 13.
leave them. I can just leave them then, because I can produce fire anyway.
Okay. Then you have a pot. I'll add
pot?
that. You have an iron pot.
Oh yeah, I do.
I'll add that to Moki as well.
Ooh. Damn, it's only 200 pounds. Like nothing.
It's 10 pounds. What the fuck? Is oh, your weight capacity.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
down to 115.
Okay. And we'll just replace the shield. We'll say that you're trading your shield in for. Pekron kind of says, but yeah, like he kind of tells you kind of some simple things. He has. There are ways to like reinforce the shield, but he has nothing that's fancy. No real true full metal shields. Because they would be just too heavy and bulky for you to be able to carry consistently. And none of them are painted. You'd have to ask Moki to do that for you.
No, I just wanted to see if you could take a look at it, maybe see if there's an improvement. If there's nothing that can be done about it, that's fine.
I'm sorry, yeah. I don't really have. I'm more of a like weapons kind of person, along with armor. Shields. I do shields, but they aren't my forte.
That's okay. I don't know if Moki needs anything here, but I'm done.
If you guys need it, I sell also. I sold some javelins and spears. In case you guys use those. Otherwise, your weapons look much better than what I could forge you. I think.
I was thinking about wearing. Nah, fuck it. I'm going ham without it. Yeah, I'll take some. I'll take some of your javelins. I don't think I have any ranged.
Your hand
Equipment.
axe. I believe you're.
Oh, my hand axe be
I
thrown.
mean, yeah. That could be. Oh no, you have javelin. Yeah, well, you can buy javelin. There are 10. There are 5 silver pieces each, and he has 50 that you can buy. Because they're throwables, they're like consumables to an extent. If you don't get them.
Oh wow. How much is that in total?
10 silver pieces is 1 gold piece. So it's two javelins is 1 gold piece.
Okay.
So it's 25 gold pieces if you buy out the stock.
Yeah, I'll take them all. You know, I feel like Doc might be out of it. You know, it kind of need more more things
metagaming
for
in here?
defense. I don't know. He just doesn't. He's not
It's
with
just a
us.
feeling.
Not talking.
Uh,
I don't know.
so Kron says, okay, and here I'll give you this fancy, this nice bag to be able to carry them all in. It's just like a tall leather bag where they all can just slide into.
Oh, nice.
Um, so they're quick. So this way it'll be quick and easy for you to use them while in combat.
All right.
Uh,
Thank you. Thank you.
as Gron is kind of helping you put this bag on you, James, you see Chip rounding the corner from uh, the store, like he's on his way to it, and Shannon, the healer, or Sharon, whatever name I gave her was, along with the mother and the baby are walking towards the meeting hall.
All right. Well, I'll let him know. Well, I see Chip, so we should probably head over.
Okay. Uh,
Take care of your business. Pay for your javelins or whatever.
thank you very much. Um, as you guys leave, Gron goes
Make
back
sure you
to
put it
just
on your sheet.
make sure you put it in your
Oh yeah, I'm doing
sheet.
it right now.
Make sure you subtract the gold.
Give me 1 sec. It's 25 gold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, there we go.
yeah. So you guys make your way to the town hall, and Chip is there. He's talking with the healer and the mother, and saying, "Oh, yeah, we just it was a long week for the baby. We just want to make sure it's all healthy." And the mother just kind of says, "Oh, I understand, but um, how come we couldn't do this at the house? I'm just used to being there." And the healer kind of just looks at Chip and says, "Well, uh, well, Chip said that this would be better accommodations. So so it seemed Chip would know best. He's much more experienced in these ways than me. I heal like colds.
Did somebody go get Doc from the fucking inn?
Doc? Who's
who is
Doc?
that?
Doc is the guy that has the fucking spell.
uh, as you're talking, Doc walks. Doc and Jacob walk in. Um,
Ah,
um, and they walk over to you and just kind of stand. But so Chip says, "But yeah, we'll uh, Sharon and us will go and check on the baby. You just stay here for a little bit. Jacob will keep you company and talk to you while we do this. And yeah, this will be quickly. This will be done really quickly." Uh, Chip looks over to you guys and says, "Doc, would you care to join me?" And James and Moki, you are also free to join, but don't feel like you need to. And Chip kind of heads over to the room, and Doc says, "On my way," and he quickly goes over to the side room with Chip. Will you guys be joining? Did I DC?
what? No, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna join.
I was like, everyone's quiet. Did my internet cut out?
It seems like the part where you have to roleplay with yourself.
No, I know. uh, as you guys enter the room, Doc begins to cast his spell. Um, and
Doc usually, he does something when he casts his spell.
I know I'm trying to. I'm trying to see if the spell has like. Shit! What the fuck? uh, so Doc quickly closes his eyes and meditates, and then he starts to do like these hand signs, and he says, "Reveal yourself." Uh, uh, as the room quickly brightens up, uh, his hand facing forward pulses with a bright light, and then, as if there was an arrow, kind of like a compass needle, points directly at the child. Um, Chip's face kind of falls, and he says, "I was afraid of this." And uh, Doc
So
slowly
it's a, a
Doc
baby.
lowers his hand, and he says, "What what do we do in this situation?" And Chip just kind of says, he kind of looks over to Sharon. He goes, "How?" He looks over to Sharon, and then he kind of looks at everybody. He's like, "How do we tell her?" Um, and Sharon says, this is." She says, I don't know, I don't know what is exactly happening here. I just saw a bright light, and I deal with herbs, not with fancy magic spells. Uh, and Chip quickly fills her in and says, um, "This baby is not her baby. This is in 12 years' time, 13 years, 12 years' time. Um, this baby will just transform into a hag. Um, it could even theoretically, it could even begin to manifest powers or like emotions that a hag would have. This is all hypothetical though, because I've never. Usually, when we have to deal with this, it's the town is willing to kind of let us take the child from them so they don't have to deal with it. Um, I don't know how to deal with it this time because now this is my town and a child in my town, and I can't just take the evil away with me and spare the town of knowing what's going to happen. He looks to James and Moki and says, "Do we end the child's life now, or should we give the mother some time and then, like, let's say a year or two from now, or a week or
Well,
something? Or would it be best
do
just
we
to rip the
know what are
band-aid?"
the effects? Like, do we know it? We know it's going to turn into a hag, but do we know if it's going to be like instantaneous? Is there a way to change the way the baby grows up?
No, the way it works is the child could have a perfect childhood, and then the second it hits 13, bam, old ugly lady. There's no like middle ground with this, or not that I know of. Maybe if we are kind to the child, even knowing that she'll become a hag, we are able to guide her on her path to be good. Um, that is a possibility. Maybe I don't know.
That's a pretty hard decision because if we kill the baby now, it's going to be painful for the mother, right? She's not going to grow up with a child. But if you set it up so that you plan to kill the child later, I don't think the mother would allow that. They would be in denial about what the child will become.
I think it'd be worse. Yeah. It's got to end it now.
Are we within earshots of the mother, or are
No,
we
no, you
we
guys
move
are behind
private?
the door, and Jacob is
Okay.
Jacob has like her further far enough away where she can hear your muffled voices, but she can't. And Chip is. We'll say that everyone's trying to like. You're not like shouting it like at the top of your lungs. You're like everyone's kind of in a quiet tone discussing it. Uh,
Well, James is distraught, but I think he would choose to end it now. I don't know what Moki thinks.
Yeah, for me, I'm all about saving people, but unfortunately, from what I'm hearing,
Sounds
seems
like it's
like a
just a doomed
lost
fate, you know.
cause. Yeah, I think it's gotta end it right here, right now. Probably not right here, wherever.
Not here right now in front of the mom, but
Yeah. Um.
James fucking hates this.
uh, Doc is also distraught with this. He can't. He his whole thing was protecting people, and now he can't protect this child. Like there's no win. There's no win situation to this. There's just
Oh.
there's only delaying the inevitable, and uh, uh, and he seems to just kind of mentally shut down and leans against the wall. And Chip says, "Sharon, can you go? No, you know what? We'll go to her." Uh, Chip cradles the baby in his arm and he just walks out the door. And he goes. Jacob and the mother are just kind of talking about random everyday things. And Chip walks up to her and he says, I don't know how to tell you this. This, this isn't your baby." Uh, and the mother just kind of shakes her head and says, "Oh, what do you mean?" He says, uh, "We cast a spell to see if we could detect if this is possibly a Fey child, uh, because hags are Fey people, kind of turn not really necessarily evil, but to you and I, they are evil creatures. But um, when a hag wants to grow her coven and try and guide it herself, she will kidnap a child, consume the child, and then a week later give birth to a new child who looks remarkably close to the original child. And then, in most cases, secretly give the child back to the town. Um, your child is one of these children. Um, at the age of 13, uh, they will magically transform into a full-grown hag with uh, twisted features and just the same evilness that we've been dealing with this past week. Uh, as Chip kind of explains this, the mother's color from her face begins to drain. She says, "But what you can fix this, right? What about my baby?" Chip says, we've this we've discussed this, and we think it would be best to um, deal with this issue now rather than later, in case there's unknown consequences that we didn't think of." And then the mother just kind of says, "But what about my baby?"
At that point, James will say, "Is like your baby's gone.
You don't
That
know
which you're
that.
holding is no longer your
Maybe
baby."
your spell didn't work. Maybe that is my baby. Uh, Jacob tries his best to console her. Doc is fully in the back of the room, just fully shut down. He just can't handle. This feels like a failure to Doc. Um, Chip says, "We know this will be tough with you. You'll have the village's whole support. We did have two other families who did lose their children with this, and we are trying to think of. We are going to have like meetings for how we can help you guys recover and get through this tough time. Uh, but we'll give we will give you some time with this child today, but um, we we will need to deal with this uh, after." Uh, and the mother is fully distraught now and just says, no, this isn't right. You guys are lying, and this is my baby, and I know it's best. Give me my baby." Um, Chip kind of looks at her and he just says, um, "You can have the child back for now. Spend some final moments with them. Um, but
Eventually, that child is going to grow up to become what was destroying this town.
you don't know that. That's my baby." She quickly tries to grab the child from Chip, and Chip reflexively pulls away and says, "Please calm down. Please. If you don't calm down, I don't know. I'm afraid that you're going to try and run with the child, and we'll be back kind of at square one where we are now." Uh, the mother just keeps trying to. Jacob finally puts himself between Chip and the mother, and his eyes flash, and the mother visibly calms down. Um, Not like a comatose, but like just severely subdued. Um, and Chip's.
I'll look at Chip and I tell him, I'll let the mother knows. I think we should make it known to the town as well.
Uh, Chip says, "How?" He says, "I understand, but how? We go just have a quick town meeting, you mean, or?"
Yeah, I think we could call like a quick town meeting or get everybody just together at the what is it this the place in front of the meeting house is big open
Oh,
courtyard.
we can call it the town square.
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, let me ring the bell." At the top of the town hall is a giant bell. Uh, Chip uh, looks to either to Moki and to you, James. Says, "Will either of you hold the child while I go do this?" It's kind of a two-way thing.
I'll hold the child.
Uh, Chip hands you the child, and he quickly goes up to the top and begins to ring the bell. Um, Jacob kind of takes the mother, like he just wraps his arms around her, makes sure she's safe. Um, she's severely calmed down, but he did cast a spell to make sure that she just wouldn't harm anyone or do something drastic. He looks at you guys and says, I'll take her outside and um, find a quiet spot to talk to her." Um, uh, as Jacob leaves the inn, you hear the bell toll, dong dong dong. Um, Chip comes back and says, "Okay, let's it'll take about 5 to 10 minutes for everyone to gather, but we'll do this quickly." Um, so as everyone, it's about 5-10 minutes past, like Chip said, and everyone's kind of gathered out front. Uh, Jacob and the mother are off to the side, but near the front, and the rest of the town is kind of there. And Chip loudly speaks up and says, "I have some tragic news I would like to share.
I'll go stand next to him.
Um, as you know, we were under attack this week by a hag out in the forest who had sent her armies, her minions, to kidnap 3 children. A week ago, one family lost their child, and then a few days later, another one was lost. And then the hag was able to breach our defenses 2 nights ago and steal a 3rd child. And I know the families themselves have noticed this loss. 2 of the babies were lost outright. But we thought we had at least rescued one. And the crowd kind of begins to mutter and murmur. And it's just, we have bad news with the 3rd child. Turns out the hag had successfully reproduced and had tried to give us this new child as a ruse of sorts. In 13 years, they would have matured and become a full-blown hag and caused damage to our town. We have decided that instead of maybe giving the child some time, no. Chip kind of Chip's like, I don't know how to word this without sounding bad, but we have decided to end the child's life now instead of waiting down the line, because we don't know if there's consequences before the child turns 13 or not. From the crowd you hear, "But how do you know it's really a hag child?" And Chip says, we've cast the magic to detect this kind of creature, and the magic came back saying that's what it was. "But how do you know?" You're just gonna have to trust us with this.
What does it cost to cast the spell?
It's just a verbal and a semantic, no component.
No, but what does it show? You said it's supposed to be like a compass or something, right? Like that points at the child.
So
I want to do another demonstration.
Okay, I'm adding a flair to it. Technically, only Doc knows that the child is a fae, but I'm pretending that his hand is a compass.
So it's like a sense then, right? Like a personal sense?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking we could probably do another demonstration.
Yeah, but with the way I flared it, yeah, we can do a demonstration. Chip.
So what I want to do then is I want to fly off into the like maybe 15 feet above and 5 feet away from where Chip is, and then I'll tell Chip first that maybe we should do a demonstration, and then I'll do that.
Okay. Chip looks over to you and says, "Yeah, we can do a demonstration. Let me go get Doc." Doc is still in the meeting hall, and he just Chip goes inside. What are you gonna do over the crowd?
Me, nothing. I'm just gonna fly there.
Oh, okay. Doc comes back out with Chip, and then he kind of does the hand signs again, and he points his hand at the child, and he says, "Reveal yourself!" And once again, the compass like needle pops out and points at the child. And Doc speaks up. "This is how I am able to detect that this child What?
It's detecting Fae, right?
Yeah. How I can detect that this child is actually a Fae, and in this case, a hag. Um, if I was to cast this, and you weren't some form of an, if you weren't, so the spell also detects aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiend, and undead. Um,
And it's only pointing at the child, which we got from a hag.
yeah, and he says, um, and he goes up to the mother, and the compass needle just dies down. And he speaks softly to the mother. Where is the father? Um, and the mother just kind of looks up and looks back down. And Doc kind of shouts, "Where is the father of the child?" The father quickly makes his way up to also the front, and Doc sticks out his hands towards the father. And so to both the parents, there's no reaction. Because and then he speaks up again. There could have been a case where both the parents were maybe a celestial or an elemental, but uh, as you can see, this is not true. And then he quickly says, and I presume that this was a natural birth. And both the parents kind of nod. And he says, uh, so yeah, I am right. Please do not doubt me. And he walks back up to the stage. Um, this is hard for me as well. I came here to protect, and I have failed. And then Doc just goes back into the meeting hall. Chip says, so as all of you can see, we realize that this is not a great thing. This is a tragedy for the town. Somehow this is worse than losing if the child had only been killed by the hag. This feels much worse because now we have to kill a child ourselves. We're gonna give the family some time, some moments before to say their goodbyes, but we will be doing this by end of day. The town just kind of quietly murmurs, and just a few people in the back just kind of leave out of just. The crowd is disgusted, but they understand why this has to happen. But some people are just kind of leaving. They understand what's going to happen, but they don't want to hear anymore. And Chip says, for the families that did lose who did or are going to lose, who lost their children, we are here for you. We are working on ways to help you through this tough time, and we are sorry that we were not able to protect those most precious to the town. Thank you. You may all go back to your homes and back to doing what your daily routines. Chip turns his back to the town and kind of walks back into the meeting hall. The crowd begins to disperse. Jacob brings both the father and the mother into the hall. Moki and James, what would you like to do?
I guess since I have the baby, I'll just stick around with Chip.
Okay.
At least I don't know what else they want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm sticking around.
Okay. So Chip goes up to you, James, and says, can you give the family the child back just so they can at least say their goodbyes and have some last minutes with them?
Yes, but I think we need to have somebody
Oh,
look over it in case they're a flight risk.
I will. Jacob and I will stick with them for the time being. Um,
Okay, so
uh,
why don't I just give the baby to Jacob and then they can go off on their own.
okay. Yeah. Jacob takes the family away, and um, uh, Chip also. But before they fully take him away, Chip takes Jacob to the side, and they kind of discuss things on just between the two of them. And then after that, Jacob takes the family away. Um, and then Chip turns back to you guys and says, "I'm sorry about this. This is, I know this is a much different atmosphere from what you guys had yesterday, where you were regarded as heroes, and now it is much less so. Um, but
That
Jacob will is gonna go be with the family while they go through this. Um, uh, you guys are free to do whatever you like for the rest of your day, and let me know if you need anything from me."
yeah, I'll remind Chip about the experiments I wanted to run. If it feels too heavy of a burden today, we can try tomorrow. We are kind of on a schedule though.
Chip kind of looks at you and says, "No, no, no. We can do that today. Let me just go close up the. Well, let me see if Chip kind of. Let me go make sure the tavern's in good hands. Meet me over in. Do you have a preferred place you would like to do this, or?
My original thought would have been outside of the town, but with the grave news we just got, I don't want to be far away if there's any like commotions with the parents trying to steal the child, or because I have a feeling they're very much in denial and they might try something before the news really settles in.
Okay. Would you can use the town square or even the graveyard? Uh,
Probably the town square would be fine if we have room for it.
yeah, we have more than enough room. And I believe you said you wanted some more bodyguards kind of people for this, just because you don't know.
Well, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. I can tell you that the artifact I have produces creatures, and I don't know how they will react.
Okay, um, I will be right back. Chip quickly heads out. Um, so you now it says you, Moki, and Doc kind of left in the meeting hall. You're free to kind of do whatever you want while you wait for Chip.
I'm just going to sit there and ponder life.
Okay, so you guys just gonna wait for Chip to get back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Chip comes back. He has just kind of two. Uh, no, they're gonna still be. He comes back with just two of the people who helped protect the town. Like took, uh, like did front gate duty. He comes back with two of them, and he says, "I think this should be good enough, Moki. I think Moki and James. I think you're both strong enough to handle what comes out. Hopefully." Um, and he kind of says, "Yeah, let's go out to the square and see what this thing does."
All right.
Everyone kind
Well,
of
I believe we're already at
Oh,
the square, though, right?
okay.
yeah.
So everyone's kind of just uh,
He just comes in with the guards and or whatever,
yeah.
and I just tell him to form like a little square perimeter.
Okay. We'll say so. There's Moki, Doc, Chip, and a guard, and then another guard will be kind of a little bit further back, just kind of to see what happens. James, will you be in the center of the square of the perimeter, or like near the edges?
So I want to brief them first, and I want to pull out the Zerat portal. I'll tell them this: we found inside of a cave, and to our understanding, we don't know. Do we remember how it turned off?
You
Why?
who never officially saw it working.
Right, because we were just attacked by them, right? And then when we went to the thing, we found the crystal or whatever.
Yeah, you met Velma, and then Velma's like, I made 2 friends from it. And then he told you guys how
Yeah.
to summon
So
things, and that's about it.
yeah. So I'll tell them the story of how we went to the cave. We found the beholder, and he gave us the crystal. And the only thing we know is that it produces creatures. And then I'll describe the creatures as like the voidlings.
And he says, well, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah. So I want to see if um, they are tameable. What is the limit of the creatures that come out? And pretty much how to. I'm trying to figure out how to turn it on and turn it off.
Okay. He says, yeah. He kind of looks. He says, I wish you luck. Magical items were never my forte. Uh, I'm a barbarian at heart. I make things go smash.
All right.
Moki here
Hey.
understands the way of the barbarian.
So I want to go to the center then, and I want to pull out the crystal and put it to the center. And I don't know, it would be like a roll for Arcana, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not gonna be good. Fuck.
You roll initiative, buddy. Or is this thing just lagging for me?
I think it might be lagging for you. For me, it shows Arcana check.
Yeah, I see it. Jesus.
Oh, the the rock just kind of sits there. Well, we're gonna. It's not gonna be like a pure light. So as you place it down, the crystal does seem to kind of give off this glowing energy, but you're not you're just kind of looking. It looks like a glowing rock to you right now. You know, you do know that with what Velma taught you, what it can do. So give me another. We'll say you're rolling with advantage because you were told what it does. It's not like you just.
What, Arcana, or what am I
Yeah,
rolling?
give me one more Arcana check.
Oh, that's
I
better.
believe. All right.
At first, you're kind of confused by this piece of crystal, but then as you begin to try and feel more into it, you feel a connection to it. And I'm trying to visualize how the item is actually used in the game. You know that you kind of repick it back up, and you know that it needs to be in your hand for you to use it. Like your magic has to be fed into the.
Let me ask you this: how big is the crystal?
It's like size of a water bottle, like a tall athletics water bottle.
So I would have to be holding it, or can I fashion some kind of like chain?
You need to. You could like it has to be somehow attached to you. Like you don't have to be holding it, but like let's say you could put it somehow in your glove, attach it through a chain. Like you could have it like be like Ezreal's stupid little glove where he shoots out the power things.
Oh yeah.
Well, I need my hands for casting and the shield, so I was thinking more of maybe making like a chain out of it, a necklace or a belt.
Oh, a
That's
belt
why I
would
had
be
asked you how big. That's why I had asked you how big it is.
necklace wise. It would be a little bulky for a necklace, but for you could fashion it into like a really large belt buckle.
So at the moment, it's not doing anything. Then,
No.
so I want to try and activate it.
Okay.
I don't know what that would look like.
You give me a.
I think flavor wise, I would just like because initially I put it on the ground and try to see if like anything happens. Nothing happens, so I want to go up to it and maybe just hold it and try to focus some like arcane magic into it.
Okay. Um, give me another Arcana check.
Come on. Ah,
Eh.
As you begin to push power into it, your magical energy into it, it begins to glow. Uh, with the energy you're giving it, you see a portal in front of you begins to like slowly open, but then it
oh
quickly snaps
shit.
shut. Um, uh,
All right, so above board, I'm guessing this is just an attunement problem.
yeah, let's say that.
All right, so I want to just keep trying that.
Okay, we'll say like over the course of the hour, you're trying to just feed more
Yeah.
energy into it.
Jesus. For an hour.
It takes an hour to attune.
Okay, okay.
Um, and so after about an hour passes, um, your energy's getting a little bit low. Like you're getting tired out from it, but after enough time, you finally feed enough energy, and a portal uh, fully like opens up. It's about uh, 6 feet like in diameter, uh, and this creature leaps out of the portal. Um, it looks the portal quickly snaps shuts behind it, and the creature in front of you quickly just kind of looks around, uh, and then turns around and looks directly at you. And it just stares at you. It looks like a smaller version of the creature that you guys fought in the cave. Um, and then give me a history check, because your celestial book has also been a.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I think
Uh,
that's what we got, right? I think that's what some of the books were that we got.
yeah. So yeah, you
That's pretty
grab.
cool.
You're learning from history books. uh, so you're able to see that this is uh, a was considered the voidling. But this one you can also tell because the book had like images of like this would be from the chapter that discussed this area about some of the creatures that would come from there. Um, from what you read, the voidlings can range drastically in size, and this one just seems to be smaller. But you also know that from the book that voidlings are supposed to be uh, naturally destructive, but this one seems to just kind of sitting there waiting for what you want it to do. Doesn't really have a care, just wants you to give it something to do. And it's just waiting, and it begins to just kind of swipe its paws. That makes it sound too cute. Its claws at the ground. Um,
I'll stare at it and then I'll tell it to move. I'll make a little pattern with my hand. I'll tell it to move in a circle.
uh, it follows your hand in your Which hand do you do it with?
The left hand, the
Oh, with the
one that's
crystal.
not holding. No, the one that's not holding the crystal.
Uh, well, you're
So I'm
touching it.
holding the
Yeah,
crystal.
never
Well,
mind.
I'm holding the
Yeah,
crystal on the right, and then I'm using my left hand
since we're
to
gonna turn the
motion in
crystal
the circle.
into an ornament, anyways, it what doesn't make sense. So it sees you draw the circle with your hand, and it imitates the same action you gave it. And then
So I'll point on. So it's moving in the direction or the pattern I gave it.
yeah,
I'll point towards the center, or like right in front of me,
it runs up right to where you're pointing.
and then I'll say jump.
It kind of looks at you quizzically. It doesn't seem to
Because
understand the words you're saying.
would I know in my limited understanding of Celestial that I'm learning the word for jump?
I don't. Let me give me a second. I'm trying to. What would be a language check? Religion? No.
Uh,
Give me an intelligence check.
come on,
Oh, baby!
Yes, you
20.
do. You
That's a dirty
you
20.
you know all the basic commands that you would probably need, like attack, jump, run.
Holy shit!
In Celestial. So using Celestial, I would say jump in Celestial.
Jesus.
At first, it's kind of it hears you at first, and then begins trying to. It's like it's trying to decipher what you're saying, and then it seems to finally click, and then it jumps. Um, and then it begins to speak to you. Um, give me another.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't think it's gonna be a good one. This one.
Gotta believe. Ah, fuck.
11.
I
mean, I don't know Celestial, so.
Well, exactly. So, this would have been a harder check for you. As it kind of begins talking to you, you can make out a couple words like name. Actually, that's pretty much all you can decipher. You hear it's like it's saying something, and then at the end of it is name. And it begins to kind of looks at you a bit more, and then just points its one of its claws at you as if trying to ask you something.
Let's do the whole Tarzan thing. I'll just point at myself and I'll say James.
And then the creature nods at you, and it kind of points at itself, and it just lets out this like guttural noise. You can assume that this is the void language.
God damn.
So it's not Celestial.
No, because it is a voidling, but the void and the celestials have like
Sort of close.
yeah. You can also infer that the fact that it's talking to you, that the void is not mindless. That because you'd probably see this creature and think it's a mindless killing thing.
How big did you say it was?
So this one's probably about 3 feet tall, or like if it was to stand up on its legs, it'd be 3 feet.
Dog.
But yeah, it's like the size of a.
That's pretty small.
The one you
Like a
fought in the
medium
cave,
dog.
the one you fought in the cave, you could say was like the size of a Bernese mountain dog. This one's like the size of your.
I want to look at the voidling and I'll just point to my side.
So you wanted to come over to your side?
Yeah, and then I want to take the crystal and see if I can try and open another portal.
Okay. it runs over, and then you try and open another one. Your power kind of surges into it. The crystal brightens up again, but it's a much duller look to it, and out pops another creature.
Holy shit.
The creature at your side quickly runs up to it, and they both and kind of taps it on the shoulder, and then they just kind of look at each other, and then you just hear this once again this guttural noise back and forth. Then you see the one that you had summoned points to you, and then you hear James. And then it looks at you and just okay. Then they both kind of look at you.
So I'll point to both of them, and then I'll point to my side,
And they both run over to you.
and I'll try to open another one.
The crystal hums, but nothing. It seems like the crystal's tapped out.
Why you nerfing me, bro?
I gave you 2.
All right.
And
All right. I'll keep trying to open another one. I'll try once again.
Yeah, the crystal fully now doesn't.
So
Like-
it's just
The crystal is humming, but it's like it. You can feel it's sapped for energy, and you just don't have enough power to feed it the energy required.
well. I'll look at Chip, and I'll be like, well, it looks like they're docile enough. I feel like the crystal itself has a limited use, maybe daily. I don't know. I might need more experimenting, but at least we know that they're tameable. They're not going to attack anybody, and they seem to follow my orders at least. And then I'll tell Moke to come over and to tell them command, and I'll tell him the word for jump at least in Celestial.
tell them a command.
Yeah. So I'll tell you the word for jump in Celestial, and then I want you to tell them to jump.
Oh, okay.
Moki, give me an int check. Because Moki is
Fuck.
Come on, buddy. Come on. -1.
We
All
got
right.
it.
God damn.
Moki tries his best, and he's able to get them to do the commands. And they kind of look at Moki just. They're already having enough problems with James's commands, but Moki's are just like, what? But then we can with Moki's gesturings, they also go, oh, he means this word. And they begin to follow your commands.
Moki's command.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that they're not bound just to me. They're bound to maybe anybody that's friendly to me.
Yeah.
Is there any other experiments you want to run, Moki? There's one more that I want to do, but it's an overtime thing anyway.
I mean, the only other one would be like attacking someone and seeing what happens. But other than that, nothing. That's it.
Yeah, so I want to ask Chip if he has some training dummies, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna practice the commands for attack, halt, and stuff like that, just to get used to the voidlings. And then the last one I want to do is just an overtime thing to see how long they stay, or if they dissipate, or how do they return to the void.
Oh. Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chip kind of understands, and he goes off back to the tavern, kind of in the back area, and he takes some time, and he comes back and sets up 2 little training dummies. Here you go, guys. They're just hay and wood, so do whatever you want with them. Yeah. Go to town. Don't worry about damaging them. That's what they're for. Give me a second.
So
No, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, so I just want to tell like different commands, try to set up like, oh, you attack this one, you attack that one, kind of stuff like that. Practice different things, see if they can pick up what I'm putting down.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. It's time. You. Yeah. Okay. They obey your commands to attack. Um. Give me a second. I'm gonna give you the character sheet for it.
Oh,
So they are going. They are going to be a nerfed version of the things you fought in the cave. Actually, maybe. Let me. I don't remember how strong they were.
I don't know, man. We're losing a PC here. We
No, but you're gaining. I have one person who's going to be joining already. Oh, there we go. Correspond. That's what they're called. They do. Oh, no, never mind. I'm going to give you the full character sheet. I will do the flavor for this at another time. Like, I can make a custom one. But this is what the creature is. In this case, the Voidling is neutral. It's not good, it's not evil, it does whatever the fuck you say. I guess you could say it's more like an unaligned.
I can't actually see the thing.
You can't?
I can see it.
Like the sheet and stuff. I just need to buy the book.
Oh,
What do you see, James?
the horror spawn crawler with its hit point, speed,
What, did it open
strength.
it into the browser you use for D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able to see it. Because if James can see it, you should be able to see it.
That's taking me to some other thing. I got the link. So I get 2 of these. Are they the exact same, or
Yeah,
are they
they're-
going to be?
No, they're the exact same.
Well, there's the other experiment I wanted to see is, so I don't know how long the cooldown is on the crystal.
It'll be you get 2 summons every long rest.
Okay, and so then the other thing I wanted to know is if the creatures are always the same or if they're different. So I want to mark the 2 that I have. I want to ask James. I want to ask Mogi for some paint, and then put like a little marker on each one to see if they come out the same.
All right. I take out my paint set, and it's been waiting all day to use these.
Don't you just love science?
Okay. For just kind of, well, it doesn't really hurt. They're not like super busted or anything. I'll say they last 6 hours.
The voidlings?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
6 hours, 2 more companions?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I mean, they don't have a lot of HP, so
They do have multi attack though, so, and I can heal them,
Oh yeah, but
and I can use them to aid Moke.
Wait, how long does it take to summon them again?
it's if you were to, it would take. If Moki was to try and do it, it would take probably a few minutes. But for James, he's able to do it in less than 10 seconds.
Okay. So you can just, yeah.
So my last thing, and I guess this one we already sort of did, but I want to see how the spawner works.
Spawner?
Yeah, so like if I was flying, let's say for the second portal that I opened, that I was flying to see if the portal will spawn on the ground or where does it spawn?
It spawns right in front of you.
So if I'm flying, it'll spawn in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have to spawn them beforehand on the ground.
Yeah.
But they last 6 hours, so that's good.
Yeah, you could spawn them before fights too.
Yep, that's part of the experiment. I'm trying to figure
Alright,
out.
I'm gonna be a dick. I'm gonna say 3 hours. Well, because 6 hours is a little long.
Let's settle for 4, Patrick.
Okay, 4 is fine too.
Nice even number.
Yeah. Because 6 is kind of like
Yeah, 6 is pretty long.
an hour just feels too short. Because then I feel like you'll never.
At 6 hours, I can just fucking summon them before a long rest and just have them ready to go again.
Yeah. Yeah. Because. Well, we'll see. Yeah, no, 4 hours. It's honestly not a time metric that we'll probably be paying too close attention to. But yeah, here, I'm gonna, unless you were already doing it, I'm gonna type this into your thing.
The character sheet?
Yeah.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna
I'll-
customize it.
Okay, because that's what I was gonna ask. Is like, is there any way to put this under the attunement items? I have no idea. And then the last thing would be go back to the blacksmith and see if he can make a belt out of this.
Okay. Chip kind of just goes, oh, well, it seems like you got a powerful little tool there. I won't pretend I fully understand everything that happened, but I wish you guys luck with your. It seems like something that would definitely help with your adventures. I'm gonna take the. Are you guys all done with us, or do you need anything else from me?
No, thank you for your help. I don't know if Moke, you.
No.
All right. I will talk to you guys later. And then Chip and the 2 guards take back the training dummies, and they kind of go away. And you guys are gonna go back to the blacksmith.
Yeah, I want to go see if I can get a fashionable belt made out of the crystal.
Yeah.
Okay, you take it over to Gron's shop. Gron's once again pounding away. He sees you and he says, "Oh, welcome back. What can I do for you?"
And I'll show him the crystal, and I'll say I like this to become a belt, but try and keep it. Don't mess with the integrity of the crystal. I would just like a belt container, sort of ish thing.
Gron kind of gives you a look and says, I can recommend you a shop in the city of Grandport. This is closer to jewelry work. I can give you a very quick, simple solution for this right now, but for what you truly want, you will need to go to a true jewel crafter for this.
Okay.
Are you? For the time being, what Gron will do is he'll give you like a simple. It'll be a chain that attaches to a ring, and the ring will be in a cage-like structure, so it supports the bottom of the crystal, and it'll swing from your belt / like it'll be a keychain kind of a big ass keychain.
So one last thing to jot down as the experiments. When I gave Grom the crystal, what happens to the voidlings?
They're just
Like
chilling.
they don't dissipate nothing.
No.
Okay.
Um, no, the voidlings seem fully. Alright, I'm gonna be a dick and take another thing back. So I just realized that it might get confusing. Because you didn't give Moki the thing earlier, right?
The crystal? No.
So we'll
No.
say Moki's commands didn't work, but let's pretend you
Okay.
gave Moki the crystal and then the commands worked.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, just because if I let's pretend that someone else takes so the crystal is kind of the thing that fully gives them uh,
Or
not
control.
So
obedience.
let me understand this correctly
Oh,
then. You
okay.
need an attunement to summon the creatures, but you just need the crystal to command them.
Yes.
Okay.
That's not very good for me, Tim.
Just don't lose the crystal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right. So then I'll start I'll keep it, but I won't put it on myself. I'll put it back into the backpack because
Actually, okay. How about because I haven't fully, I don't know how I fully want to use this. How would you prefer this crystal to work? Because I will let this be like,
well, to be perfectly honest, I would rather it just be usable by the attuned
okay,
user.
so no one else can give it commands. It's just so if you give the crystal to someone,
Yeah.
the
Yeah. So if I give the crystal to Moke, they still don't follow the commands. You basically, I think it would be better if just the attuned person is able to
okay,
command
we'll do
the.
that then.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Only the attuned has the power over the
But
creatures.
we still did all the experiments
Yeah.
where I told him to
Um,
give the commands. I gave him the crystal, and nothing worked.
okay. Well, yeah, we can do that. That's fine. That way, we're not trying to. Now, in this way, we're fully defining what it means. So if I theoretically have someone steal it from you, we can at least have this defined now. Um,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we ironed all this out,
Now,
so I don't accidentally go
I have a
backwards.
question, and I don't really know. This is above board, but if I'm attuned to something and I lose that item, does it become instantly unattuned, and someone else can attune to it, or how does that work?
I'm going to assume you lose attunement, but I don't have that answer at this moment.
All right, I'll do some.
That's
I'll look it
a
up.
yeah, that's a rule lookup that I don't fully know. It might actually
Cool.
even tell us on this sheet. Items that you can. No, no, it just says items you can attach. um, but yeah, so he kind of gives you this little keychain like thing, so at least it's always on your person attached. Um,
So I'll do that, but I'll still just put it back into my backpack.
okay. Um, anything else
And
you
then
guys?
I guess I'll run another experiment. I'll put that in my backpack, and then I'll call over one of the voidlings.
Yep, they still just they're still
Okay,
following
so
your commands.
just confirmation that I don't have to have the crystal in hand to give commands.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so everywhere we go, I have to give a warning. Do not panic. Do not panic. These are with me. These follow my orders. They will not harm you. She's just walking through fucking town with two little fucking spawn crawlers.
Um, okay. Anything else you guys want to do in town, or is it kind of it for your day?
I think that's it.
No,
It's
but
9 o'clock anyway, so
Yeah, we can wrap up here.
the only thing I guess would be to follow up to see how the mother is doing.
Oh,
And I guess I'll have to bookmark this correspond crawler thing.
I'll don't worry about it. I'm gonna give you like a thing to help with that. Um,
Because how would I check their stats every time that we
no, I know.
fight?
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna figure out. I will have so that way you don't have to always go to a link. I'm gonna see what I can do. Because I want to customize it anyway to make it flavored to what we're doing.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'll do both. Never hurts to do both. I just bookmarked it, and that's it.
but yeah, we can stop here for the day if that's what we would like to do. And then we can do more stuff
Yeah, we
next time.
did a lot.
Yeah.
Figured out this Voidling situation.
Yeah, it was
And Doc still
Pretty cool.
survives another week. I mean, I already know what Doc's gonna do, but I'm just gonna do it when you guys leave the town finally.
Holy shit! I just realized this thing makes 4 attacks.
Oh no!
oh my god.
I had the. You guys got lucky that I was supposed to send 3 of them at you that one fight, and then I saw the multi attack, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, they were pretty scary.
Yeah, look at this shit. Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
I saw the multi attack, and I thought it was 2, and then I'm like, oh.
I got hammered on like 2 attacks.
Oh yeah, no, like. Yeah, no. There was supposed to be at least 2 in the fight at the beginning, and then I saw the multi attack, and I'm like, no, just one, just one. And then the second one, I'm like, we're just gonna have the second one go and kill the kobolds. No, multi attack's been like the dangerous thing for me, because I see multi attack and I just think 2, and then every time I get to it, it's like they do 3 claws and then they bite you, and I'm like, oh no. But yeah, we'll wrap up Laketon next time. I think we'll see.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, that's the last thing, right? We're gonna spend one more day there, and then I'll just go up to Jacob and be like, "Well, whenever you're ready to take off, we've done everything we need to do here." I want to make sure. I mean, as much as James hates it, he wants to make sure that the thing with the baby is resolved.
Okay, yeah, we'll resolve that next time. It'll be the continuation of the same day.
Mhm.
It's like midday.
Do you know what day it is?
It's a day.
On my notes, I have that it's Saturday.
You know what? It could.
Oh,
be,
wow.
It could be Saturday because I honestly don't know. I don't even know what day of the week we started on.
All right, so I'm gonna put that next session is
It's
gonna be
like
Sunday then,
Wednesday?
or we're gonna continue on the same
Yeah.
day.
No, it's gonna be Saturday still. It's
All right.
around, it's like mid afternoon.
All right.
But yeah, I think today felt like it went pretty well.
Yeah, well, pretty well.
Yeah, everything fit into its timeline. I want to fiddle with this Zarok crystal thing on the sheet. I don't know if I have to do it or you have to do it. How to make it attunable.
That's what I was looking up. But you can fill in all the information right now if you want.
Well, there's no information to fill. It's just you already gave me the crystal. I was just trying to fiddle and see if I could change its. Like I don't know what item you would edit to make.
Well,
to put
I might make a homebrew item that we can slap on there.
Oh, okay, that would be perfect then. Where you can switch out, and then you can put all the rules that we just experimented with.
Yeah, let me go quickly write all that down. Okay, so portal, 2 uses, every long rest, summons Voidling, aka spawn, core spawn crawler. 2 uses, lasts 4 hours. Crystal needs to be. Because we're putting it on a. So as you have it on the belt, we're not. It's going to be hands-free summoning, or is it just so it's easy to grab?
No, I think I think the condition should be that you should be touching it.
Okay, so you put your hand on it.
Yeah. So I would
Okay.
put my hand on the actual crystal and
So
then
crystal
channel
needs to
the
be
energies.
in contact of hand.
Yeah. Or like have energy used on it or whatever.
Contact of energy source. Whatever. But okay, in contact must be in contact of body part that can give energy. Last 4 hours. Only the attuned can command creatures. That was it, right? Size is small, is of water bottle. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's what I have. 2 voidlings per long rest.
Oh,
Follows command of attuned only.
commands have to be celestial or void. Because we did test that.
Yeah.
Or hand motions. Or hand signs. Um, voidlings are sentient and speak. Oh, and then you guys, side note, they were painted. Or
Well, that's just the experiment to see if it's the same voidlings every time after they respawn or after they die.
no, I get it. It's actually I have to think about that right now.
Don't you love science?
Because technically,
Experiment.
Velmas are the same ones.
Yeah. So were these the same ones that he spawned? I don't think
No,
so.
because those are still with him. Like either it seems
You made
like
friends out of them, right?
yeah. So like they never disappeared. They are they are his buddies.
Yeah. So my experiment would be what happens when they die because they don't have a whole lot of health.
No, that will be up in the air still. I'm still working on filling out my sheets. I mean, right now, obviously, it doesn't matter. It'll be flavor. Um, I'll let you know when we. I'll let you know when you use them again. What did you mark them with? Just a 1 and a 2?
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh yeah. Like on their thing. Yeah. Just a 1 and a 2.
alright. Okay, yeah, I'll set up a homebrew item for it. I'll set up a homebrew creature for it, and I will see how I can get you easy access to the Voidling stat sheet. It might just be something you have to keep as notes.
That's fine. I can take a picture of the other thing too, and
Yeah,
just have quick access to it. It'll probably be faster than going to a fucking link.
yeah. And but yeah, that is it for today.
Yay!
Ooh.
We did it.
Got to see the
Pretty good.
whole.
Pretty chunky episode, actually.
Yeah, I got to see the whole story.
We got to see the sad family.
Yeah.
And James is having a crisis.
Everyone's having a crisis.
Why would you do this, Patrick?
Honestly, it got a lot deeper than I was expecting.
What'd you think was gonna happen? Just kill the baby?
No, I thought you guys were gonna let. You know, it's funny. As I was saying it, I was like, "Oh, it's probably worse to let them keep the kid for years and then have to kill the kid."
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Because in my mind beforehand, I'm like, "Oh no, just let them have the kid, then they get the years, and then they kill the kid." Then I'm like, "Oh no, that's kind of fucked up." Um,
I didn't even know the lady still had her husband. I mean, they still have a chance to make another kid. As fucked up as that is, but I mean,
no, I know. Oh, I honestly, I was very tempted to also be like, "Oh, and the husband's dead."
you're a dick.
Well, yeah, but then I'm like, you know what? This is already a downer.
Just kick them while they're down, Patrick.
It was even bringing me down. I was like, oh, this is rougher than I anticipated. Because I thought it would take the first half of the episode, but I didn't think it would take the entire first half. Um, no, I thought it went. I actually liked how it turned out. Um,
Yeah, you made my character hate himself.
I mean, no happy endings are allowed. It's not allowed. I have to penalize for all the long rest somehow. The penalty
I see
is
you're. I was gonna say I see you're taking a book out of the all of the superhero writings going on right now.
no happy endings.
No happy endings for superheroes.
But yeah, so next week, we might have another person, or it might just be you two. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
I asked Kevin, my friend Kevin,
Hmm.
because there's too many goddamn Kevins that I know. And then I asked Maria. Maria says she wants to join. And
Yeah.
then my sister has also said that she would like to play, but I have to talk to her about.
Scheduling. I'm not tied to Wednesdays if you want to change it.
Yeah, to me it isn't. Yeah, it could be any day.
Yeah,
I think the Wednesday thing was because of Randy too. I think it was the most
Yeah.
optimal for him.
yeah. Her issue is I don't know how concrete her schedule is. That's the biggest problem. Cause she works at Roman's bookstore, so it's
Mhm.
her schedule's a bit more up in the air.
That's fine as long as we can find something sort of consistent. It's fine by me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Wednesdays because it fits
Your laziness.
sorta. Well,
You're like, I need to prepare.
Because Monday and Tuesday gives me time to prepare, and then Wednesday it gives me last minute time to prepare.
Yeah, like I said, we can move it over as well. I'm not tied to Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, I will probably figure more out next week. It'll probably still be you two just next week, but we'll see.
Yeah. That's fine.
Shit, I have to figure out what to do next week now.
You got a whole week to prepare. Don't worry about it.
Well, I just have to figure out where I want the story to go right now. That's my biggest issue.
Well, we sort of already have a direction. We're gonna take off with Jacob. It's just
No,
you know.
no, it's not that. It's more of a I don't because you guys aren't taking the boat. Because I pretty much said if you take the boat, you're stuck here longer. Which isn't like a bad thing or anything, but it's like the boat to the city and the walking route, like there's a good time difference, but I can't be like, oh, and here's this new adventure in this next town that takes a week to do, and it's like, well, I should have just taken the fucking boat then, huh? I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going, and so I was watching Arcanum videos about how to create storylines, because he's like a whole thing about writing like an overarching plot. And he's like, what you do is you write backwards, and I'm like, oh. You mean you don't just keep trying to lay out the train tracks as you go?
You have to learn your ABCs backwards, Patrick.
But so I'm trying to. So what I've been doing is writing the backstory for a lot of the big characters that I want. Because also my biggest issue has been retconning stuff.
We just retcon all day, bro.
Fine. Yeah.
I'm having a great time.
I don't. The retconning is running into issues where I'm forgetting what got retconned and what. Like the biggest retcon so far though is the dragon plotline that I added in last minute.
Oh.
The maps we found
Yeah.
at the hag's place.
No, that one wasn't. The Jacob was a retcon from the prologue, but the second we ended like that whole area, I had already decided to make Jacob into a dragon. No. The retcon. I told James about it.
Yeah.
The hag, no matter what, was gonna have sacrificed the baby. But then when you, Gonzalo, said, "Oh, she sacrificed the baby to the dragon, the black dragon that's on the map," I was like, "Ooh, that sounds cool."
And the retcon was born.
Yeah. So I'm like, "Oh, this works." No, I'd always planned on the dragon being down south and then a black dragon being over. But now I'm like, ooh, but now I'm in an issue of, okay, I made this little weird story. How the fuck do I connect it? Because there's no way in hell you guys are ready to fight dragons.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be taking off now.
Alright, sounds good.
As
Sounds
always,
good.
I had fun.
Indeed,
You're doing
indeed.
a good job, Patrick.
Thank you, thank you.
Hell yeah, I did.